All right, everybody, welcome back to the video. This video is part of a Conduit drawing series video for AutoCAD MEP. All right, so this is video number 17, and we are going to open the cut drawing that we made in video 16, which is Conduit 16, right? So let's click on the big A here, go to Open, go over to your Conduit folder, and here it is, Conduit 16, 120 volt. Let's open that drawing. Boom. All right. Let's see. Did everything loaded, right? The XREFs, everything. Now we left off because the video was getting a little bit long. All right. So I wanted to do a couple of things really quickly. Okay. So first, let's do a kick. All right. In this drawing. So let's click on this, drag it up 8 inches. Okay, and then make a 90. Go out this way. Type in 36. Okay. Now you notice the color is not the same, right? All right, and then we're going to click on this pipe, and we're going to make that a 1 inch. It's a ½ inch. We're going to make it a 1 inch. All right. So we're going to match the properties. Type in. We can do that after the fact, but let's click on this pipe. Type in COPY. Enter. Make sure your ortho is locked. Click on that. Move it out 2 inches. Type in 2. Hit enter. Okay. Now, what I want to do is connect this pipe to this pipe. All right. Well, how do we do that? Well, remember, we were talking about the kicks can only happen in the XY plane. Well, XY is this way and this way, but we want to kick up. That is the XZ plane. So we're going to rotate the UCS. How do we do that? Type in UCS, hit enter, and we're going to have to rotate, let me see, around the X axis to get Y to Z. Does everyone agree? X is our rotating axis. We're rotating Y to Z. So type in dot X. I'm sorry, not dot. Just type in X. Hit enter. All right, and then we're going to drag this thing around until there we go, right there. The Y and X, right? All right, so X Y, X. Let's go this way. X Y. So that'll work. The kick will be in this plane, 90 into that conduit. All right, let's click on that. Click on the add conduit and click on that. Oh, yeah. Okay, it's giving us a 45. We're going to hit next, a 30, and a 15. Look at that, huh? Oh, isn't that fun? I can sit here and do this all day long. All right, let's go with a 45. Oh, that looks pretty good. All right, let's hit accept. Type in A for accept and hit enter. There we go. All right, we got to return to UCS, though, okay? So go type in UCS, enter, and then normally I would say hit enter again because world is by default, right? But let's get in the habit of typing W, then enter. All right, escape, escape, escape. All right, well, we notice this conduit is a different color. So let's type in MA for match properties and just click on one of these blue ones and we'll just highlight all the little segments and turn it into the same thing. All right, escape, escape, escape. All right, let's have a look at this big pipe here. The one we made a 1 inch, right? Let's click on that. There it is, 1 inch. Okay, let's look at it from the top view and see what we got here. All right, let's zoom in on that. Well, you see these are centered up, but the 1 inch pipe is bigger, but now it's encroaching on our strut. Okay, so I'm going to show you. I already showed you ways of moving it. Let's try the first one. Let's highlight your conduit, type in move, MOVE, hit enter. Right now, we're going to click this point, and we're going to come down, and we're going to hit the control button, and then hit the right button on your mouse, and we're going to go perpendicular. All right, so come down. We're going to go perpendicular right there. Click on that. All right, escape, escape, escape. Now let's go back to the Southwest ISO. Well, whoa, what happened? uh, okay, when we crossed that point, it must have been down here, or yeah, AutoCAD does weird stuff like that. Okay, so when you get to this view, type in U for undo, hit enter once, enter twice, enter one more time, and put it back to where it was. Okay, there it is. Okay, let's now escape, escape 3 times. Let's go back and look at this thing in the Southwest ISO. It is on top of the panel, right? Zoom in here. It's not moving anywhere. All right, so that's why I like using the dot command or the dot Y, the dot Z, the dot X. All right, let's use that. That way it locks it in and it won't go somewhere weird on you. Okay, so let's go back to the top view. Let's go here. Click, highlight that conduit. Type in move. Hit enter. Right now, it's going to ask you for displacement down here. We're gonna move in the Y direction. So hit dot Y, hit enter. Dot Y of what? Dot Y of this, all right? And then control right click, where is it? Perpendicular, there it is, right there, perpendicular. Click one time, and I'm gonna have to probably control perpendicular. You have to do it twice. I don't know why, but it's weird. You gotta do it that way. All right, there it is. All right, now let's go back to the Southwest ISO. All right, notice the conduit did not go up or do something crazy. It just moved in this direction. All right, it just moved. It did not allow it to go up and down. So when you use that dot x dot y dot z command, it keeps it from going off somewhere in space. I just wanted you to see that. Okay. All right. So now we made this beautiful 1-inch conduit and lined it up, right? So how about we bring it to the, well, we'll get it close to this. We'll bring it to the center of this, and we're going to pull 90. How's that? Well, now that was, I think that was 3 feet. So let's go 48 on this. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that a beautiful looking piece of pipe? Now, we know that this pipe is to center, right? So that means that the bottom of this pipe is not the same as the bottom of this pipe. All right, so let's just do this. Click on this pipe. This is much easier. Move. All right, type in move, hit enter. Now, we are going to go which way we want to go. We want to go Z, but we want to lock everything. So dot Z, enter. Dot Z of what? Of this to the bottom of this. Click twice. Escape, escape, escape. You notice that this is kind of cockeyed, right? So delete that. Now, let's connect it. Click that, click that, click that, and accept. Now, let's go. Yeah, well, this is much easier. The math, oh boy. All right, let's zoom in on this. All right now we're just doing the geometry, right? So let's PL. We're going to grab that. Oh, I can't. See, the X and Y is wrong. Okay, so I can't pull a line. I can't pull a line across there, not in this view. So let's go back to the Southwest ISO view. I guess I did it too soon. All right. So what we're going to do is go PL, and we're going to try and pull a line this way. All right. All right. Now we go to the front view, and look at that, huh? Now we're sitting on. Let's just say that was a piece of strut or whatever, or we just want to get it at that elevation. We know we're lined up, right? Okay. Let's go back to that Southwest isometric view. All right. Okay. We got to do the match properties. MA, enter. Grab that. Touch that. Paintbrush shows up. Paint everything the same color. So now this is our low voltage conduit drawing, and everything, all the conduit is in the low voltage. You know what? Let's take this guy off in this direction. He's going that way, all right? He's going that way for 36 inches. Yeah. And you know what? Let's get rid of this 90, all right? So type E for highlighted, type E for erase, erase that. I'm going to move, typed in move, M-O-V-E, okay? Hit enter, and we're going to move that conduit straight down, what was it, 8 inches? 8 inches, 8 inches. All right, we're down 8. So we agree that this is down 8. Now, instead of kicking it on this plane, we're going to come out and then kick down to hit this. Kind of stupid, but we're just doing it for the exercise. So what do we need to do? We need to get X over to the Z plane, right? Because we want this to be Y and this to be X. But right now it's Y and Z, right? Y, Z. Okay, so let's, everybody, you know how to do this. Type in UCS, hit enter, right? Where did it go? Okay, and what do we need to do to get X to Z? Well, we need to rotate around Y. So type in Y, hit enter. And we'll play with this thing until we get what we want. And that looks about right, right? X, Y. So this is X and this is Y. That means we can bend this piece. So let's click on that. Click on this. Click over here. Oh, look at that. Isn't that sweet? Do you think we'll get a 15 out of that? Oh, yeah, we can. Look at that. Oh, let's stay with the 30. The 15 look kind of ugly. All right, accept. Type A for accept. Boom, boom, done. Right? So let's match properties. Type MA. Well, there we go. All right, everybody, type in UCS again. Hit enter. Type W, enter, because we want to return this to the way it should be. Now, everybody, how about we go into the conceptual? Let's go to visual styles and go to conceptual. Let's look at this thing. All right, hold down the shift, hold down the center rolling wheel of your mouse, and admire your work. Look at that. I mean, I would never do that, but yeah, we're just doing it for this. I mean, this should match this, though. This should actually kick up, right? So it'll flow, right? This just, I don't know. That's just amateur all the way. Right. Okay. All right. Let's zoom out. We're going to return this to a 2D wireframe. We're going to return this to the top view. All right. That's going to do it for this video. We're just having too much fun. All right. Everybody hit Control. Hold down the Control button and press S on your keyboard, and that saved the drawing. I'm going to catch you on the next one.